Hello everyone. In this series of lesson sorting algorithm, we have learned so far two sorting algorithms. Those are bubble sort and selection sort. So in this video, I would like to explain you another type of sorting algorithm, that is insertion sort. Let's see how it is. Insertion sort is not the best sorting algorithm in terms of performance, but it is a little more efficient than selection sort and bubble sort in practical scenario. In this technique, we pick an element and then insert at the appropriate position, either in ascending order or in descending order. If the list is having n elements, then it requires n-1 pass to sort the array. To explain the logic of insertion sort, once again take the example of chords. So let's say we have set of chords and we want to arrange these chords in increasing order of rank. There are a couple of ways to sort set of chords that are in our hand. One of the things that do is, initially we can keep all the chords in our left hand and we can simply start taking chords one by one from left hand and we start building sorting with right hand. Our first chord is 9. Our first chord is 9 and there is no other chord in right hand, so 9 will be simply going to the right hand. Now we will take the next chord in our left hand, that is 3. Okay, when we take 3 into right hand, we will insert it before 9 to make sure that the chords are sorted. We need to take the chord 3 before 9 to make sure that the chords are in sorted. At any stage during this process, the left hand will be unsorted and the right hand will be sorted. Okay, now the next chord that we pick is 6. When we'll pick 6 to the right hand, it will have to be inserted between 3 and 9. The 6 should be inserted between 3 and 9. Now the last chord, that is 4, and that has to be inserted between 3 and 6. The 4 should be inserted between 3 and 6 in the right hand. And finally, we have a sorted array in right hand. Finally, we are having the sorted array in right hand. So these are the sorted chords. Next, we will see with an example. Take an array with 6 elements as it is indexing from 0 to 5. We can start the insertion sort algorithm by divide the array into two parts. One is sorted array and another is unsorted array. Okay, in the first pass, the 0th index element is part of sorted array. The 0th index position element is part of sorted array because only one element in set always sorted and all the other elements part of unsorted and all the remaining elements are unsorted. Okay, now we start pick up the element from unsorted part and we keep on insert them into the sorted part until unsorted set gets empty. Okay, we start pick, once again let me rewind this. We start pick up the element from unsorted part, from this part, and we keep on insert them into the sorted part. until the unsorted part gets empty. Is it clear? So here the cell which are in blue color are sorted part. Okay. So first let's take the first element from unsorted part, that is 2. Okay, so take the 2 into the value and compare with the sorted part. 7 greater than 2. Yes, so we need to shift one position right. Okay, after shifting, the 7 will move on to the index number 1 and the value should be move on to the index 0. The value 2 should be move on to the index value 0. So up to here these two elements are in sorted and all the remaining elements are in unsorted. Okay. Next, pick a value from unsorted array now. In the unsorted array, the first element is 4. So that 4 will be stored in the variable value. So value equal to 4. So now that 4 should be compared with the two elements which are in sorted array. Those elements are 7 and 2. So first compare the 4 with 7. Is 7 greater than 4? Yes. So we need to shift the 7 one position to right. After shifting, the array becomes like this. So the 7 move on to the one position right. Now compare the 4 with 2. Is 2 greater than 4? No. So there is no need of the swapping. So after that, we will get the array like this. So we will replace the empty cell with 4. So after that, this is our sorting algorithm which are in the blue color and the remaining are unsorted elements. Now pick an element from unsorted array that value is 1 and compare with 7, 4 and 2. So pick the element that is 1. So value equal to 1 and that value should be compared with 7, 4, 2. Okay. Is 7 greater than 1? Yes. So the 7 should be shifted one position right. After shifting, this is the array. Next, compare 1 with 4. Is 4 greater than 1? Yes. So shift 4 one position right. After shifting, this is the array. Now compare 4 with 2 or 1 with 2. Is 2 greater than 1? No. So is 2 greater than 1? Yes. So shift one position right. After that, this is the array. And in the empty cell, put the 1. After that, this is the array we are having. So the elements which are in blue color are sorted and the remaining are in unsorted. Now in the next pass, so take the value 5 and compare with 7, 4, 2, 1. So here we are taking the element 5 into the value variable and we should compare with 7, 4, 2, 1. First compare with 7. Is 7 greater than 5? Yes. So shift 7 one position right. After shifting, this is the array. Now compare with 4. Is 4 greater than 5? No. So no shifting. Next compare with 2. Is 2 greater than 5? No. So no shifting. Now compare with 1. Is 1 greater than 5? No. So no need of the shifting of the elements. After that, the final array should be looks like this. Here these are the sorted elements and this is the unsorted element. In the next pass, take the value which is there in the unsorted, that is 3, and compare with all the remaining elements which are in the sorted array. Okay. Now first compare the 3 with 7. Is 7 greater than 3? Yes. So shift 7 one position right. Now compare 3 with 5. Is 5 greater than 3? Yes. So shift one position right. Now compare with 4. Is 4 greater than 3? Yes. So shift one position right. Now compare with 2. 2 greater than 3? No. So no shifting of the 2 into the right position. Now compare with 1. Is 1 greater than 3? No. So there is no swapping of the elements with 1 and 2, and fill this empty cell with 3. After that, the final array looks like this. So there are no more elements in the unsorted array. So the final sorted array should be seems like this in sorted elements. So this is the example of the insertion sort. Now we will see the time complexity of this insertion sort. So first one is worst case. The worst case time complexity is order of n square. Here the time complexity is measured in terms of number of comparisons the algorithm is taking. So the worst case time complexity of this insertion sort is order of n square. Suppose an array is in ascending order and we want to sort it in descending order. In this case, worst case complexity occurs. Each element has to be compared with each of the other elements. So, for every nth element, it requires n minus 1 comparisons, so that the total number of comparisons are n into n minus 1, that equal to n square. So that's the reason why the worst case time complexity of this insertion sort is order of n square. Is it clear? And the next best case complexity is order of n. When the array is already sorted, the outer loop runs for n number of times, whereas the inner loop does not run at all. So there is only n number of comparisons, thus the complexity is linear. That is the reason why the best case time complexity of insertion sort is order of n. And the next one is average case. The average case time complexity of insertion sort is order of n square. It occurs when the elements of an array are in jumbled order, that is neither ascending order nor descending order. Then the average case time complexity is order of n square. So let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of this insertion sort. So first we will see the advantages. It is efficient only for the smaller data sets, and the insertion sort is adaptive. That means it reduces its total number of steps if a partially sorted array is provided as input, and it will make that as efficient. And its space complexity is less, and it is a stable sorting technique as it does not change the relative order of elements which are equal. Now we will see disadvantages. It is less efficient on list containing more number of elements. As the number of elements increases, the performance of the program would be slow, and insertion sort needs a large number of element shifts. Okay, so these are the main disadvantages of insertion sort. So this is about insertion sort algorithm. So up to here we have completed the sorting algorithms, bubble sort, selection sort, and insertion sort. In the next video we will going to discuss about the merge sort. Hope you all understand this video. Thank you.